Can you cook?
Girl, talk now. If you did ask me this last year, I couldn't answer. But now, girl.
3 words that best describe Miss Kitty.
Hardworking, determined, grateful.
What are some of the stark differences between Miss Kitty and Khadine Hylton?
Okay, Miss Kitty is very vivacious, outgoing, talk with it on her mind, you know what I mean? And just being out there and colorful. Khadine Hylton, yes, still outgoing, but you know, I'm an easygoing person. When I'm not working, I'm just a nice homebody. I like to go to hotels and just relax, just watch some TV, cuddle when it's raining, and that's all I want to do, you know? For Miss Kitty, I go hard and, you know, yay, the color and all of that. But outside of that, I just like peace and quiet. I like to relax, and I just like to be in solitude, you know, just peace and quiet. So like when I drive with loud music and them something there, nice and, yeah, calming stuff. Maybe because I work in noise, so when I have that kind of overload, you need to offload.
Can you cook?
Girl, talk now. If you did ask me this last year, I couldn't answer. But now, girl, I learned to cook last year. Before that, I could only do like egg and bread and plantain and sausage, right? Now, though, I'm at salmon. I can cook bulgur. I can do it in the porridge form as well as the rice, bulgur with peas. I could do my steamed fish, my sweet and sour. I also specialize in fried, in escovitch fish with my fried breadfruit and my bami. With a sauce and so, girl, and the carrot, the pepper, and the onions, okay? Very much placed over it in my nice cooking shaving dish, right? Also very bad on banana porridge. Yes, American porridge. I can't taste me this, right? My rice, nice and shelly and fluffy. When it comes to nice vegetables, okay, I'm bad with sweet and sour tofu. I've taken on a mostly pescatarian lifestyle, right? Because of course, you know, your health is your wealth, and you have to be very mindful. You can't bad for me with my ackee and saltfish. I want me to cook saltfish. I'm gonna cook a little bit of saltfish. We look at guesty from downtown and throw it up across the road. No, a lot of ackee and a lot of saltfish, a lot of sweet peppers, a lot of scotch bonnet. You know what I'm saying?
Nice and colorful.
Nice and very
You
eat with your eyes, girl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna offer plate food, nice, and offer glass and serve pan waiter. Yes.
So what made the difference between Miss Kitty last year, where we only boiled eggs, and Miss Kitty this year?
Well, you know what? I think that part of it is when I said, okay, you know, when you're aspiring to, you know, become a wife and you want to have a family, when you aspire for certain things, you have to fit yourself for the position. So I said, all right, then I'm in a house. I need to be able to do things for myself. And then being on my own, you can't order out all the time. And especially when I have a rigorous study schedule, that does not really accommodate that. So you have to learn to rig up things on your own and do things. But whatever I do, I always strive for, you know, excellence. So even if I'm going to cook for myself, I still want vegetables coming and eat barefoot food. So even if I look at mackerel and rice, it's still got a little lettuce and it's have a little piece of tomato. I'm going to want a piece of plantain because I am a plantain queen. Plantain must be in everything. Love it.
Do you aspire to becoming a wife,
yes.
a mother?
Yes.
That's something in your future.
Okay, so I was born in wedlock. I grew up in a family. I grew up with mother and father. My father of blessed memory, Kenneth Hylton. He passed away in August of this year. God rest his soul. He was a police officer. My mother, Marjorie Hylton, she is a nurse anesthetist. I have one sister, Jodie Ann Hylton. She's now Jodie Ann Hylton Forrest. So I have that structure and that love and reassurance from both parents. So I grew up in a household where I saw mommy and daddy all the time. The only time my father has never been in my house is since August when he passed away. He's always there. So I've never known a life without a parent. And I can attest to the fact that having both parents in your life makes a difference. It gives you a certain base and foundation and launching pad and a certain sense of self, a certain sense of identity that is good. Granted, not everybody will be married and not every marriage is good either, because some marriages are toxic, and some people are really, they ought not to be married and ought not to be together. And if you don't want to get
married for appearances,
and some people get married for appearances, and some people stay single for appearances too, because some people, they want the good but not the bad. They want the luxury but not the commitment. So different people have their modus operandi, so it just depends on where you want to go. So marriage is not for everyone, and not everyone wants to get married. But I know the beauty of having a family, because at the end of the day, with the greatest of respect, a mother cannot father a child, and a father cannot mother a child. Men play an important role in the lives of their children, and so do women. And we all contribute in our different ways to the wholesome development and growth of our children. So for me, I don't subscribe to the concubine living. If I'm with a man and I'm good enough to bear your children, I'm good enough to bear your last name. Why you want to be with me for 20 years? I give you the best years of my life, give you all that I am and all that I have, and then at the end of the day, you leave me and go married to somebody else. Or what do me? What's happened to me? Mm-hmm. So if you don't want to get married, as I said, it's perfectly fine. That's your choice. However, I think that to give somebody 20 years, and I'm not doing a life sentence, it is a great injustice to womanhood and to myself. So yes, I look forward to being married, having a family, having a children. Can you imagine? Yes, return age. Oh, my boyfriend. You know, if I was my boyfriend, my 50s, my boyfriend, my big father, that doesn't work for me. No, it might work for others, and to each his own, even though I don't subscribe to or understand some people own. But listen, this is a path that I want. I want my children in a healthy, happy home where both parents are there to nurture them, to love them.